Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on again. We've got some fun lined up in this video. It is time to introduce the new 5-star character in the game. It is Killmonger. He looks really cool, some very strong abilities. Let's check it out here in just a little bit with the introducing event for new characters. We'll get into that and play the first couple of battles there. I like the comic board layout that we'll go through, and we're going to take on the Crash of the Titans against Thanos with Nebula. We'll do that probably first, and then we have a whole bunch of tokens to go through, and then also character levels. And then I don't think we'll have time today, but we'll get to it probably in the next video, the A.I.M High kind of special feature event featuring brand new minions, goons, or whatever you want to call the non-tile moving characters in the game, and supposedly created by MODOK. So that looks like a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think of the A.I.M High event so far, and we'll save all of those for next time. So let's get into the Crash and see if we can beat a level 270 5-star Thanos. I know we can. Nebula's level 320 on my roster, so she should be pretty good here. She has a blue, a red, and a green ability, and when you play Nebula, you really want to try to strategize the abilities in a certain order. We'll see if we can do that, and we'll try to win with no boosts and just jump into it. Alright, put on the character effects here, so at least we get the animations going. Alright, so we have an advantage in health, but Thanos has his purple ability where he can increase his match damage against us, and I don't know if it's going to be more important to keep him away from purple or go for the green that we need anyway. So I think we're going to try to go for that. Blue is the ability that I use the least with Nebula, warped enhancements. Cost 9, it's a repeater tile that creates strike tiles, but then also boosts her health by true health every turn or so. So it's a 3-turn blue repeater, so it takes a little while. It is probably okay in a match like this where you're against one opponent and you know things are going to take a while to win. And then Galactic Rage is a really good ability. Let's look at Grim Efficiency first. And this is the one where you want to play it once you have a lot of green built up. It will deal direct target damage, but then based on how much green you have when you play it in multiples of 3, creates some really pretty strong attack tiles, and we'll try to make sure we have the green ready for that. Galactic Rage is a team damage ability, AoE, so in this case it's going to hurt, but not as much as it would against the team, of course, and deals a certain amount of damage per special tile on the board. So then again, you want to make sure you get as many specials out as you can. I want to get that red match, obviously, but we just have to take a match 4 if it's in one of our colors, I think. So what do we do now? Of course we want the match in team up. We don't want him to get a lot of match damage going. And we pick up a blue and a red. I suppose that's good enough. I always look to see if there's a different way to set up a match 4 or drop it into place instead of just going for a match directly. Looks like we're running well on blue. Take this red. Not a lot of green on the board here, so need to try to have him set us up for green matches. And Thanos is going to go for black. It's a passive ability, but Court Death, as you probably should know by now, can do a ton of damage. In this heads-up match, there's no way for him to trigger Court Death, actually, because it only happens when one of his enemies is downed. So all we have to worry about is his purple and green. Green is also team damage, but it's a whole lot. So we'll be careful about green and probably take every single green match that's presented, even if there's another match 4 or something on the board. We'll take this one. Alright, so he played his purple, and there's a couple things that does. It builds up match damage by quite a few percent, a boost of 80% on his match damage. But the other difficult thing is it kind of locks up tiles on the board, so we can't even create any special tiles or you know, if you had an ability that did some other board effects, it would lock that out. So here's another example where we probably want to go for red, but I just don't want him to get any green going. Yeah, we lose a bunch of red there. Probably okay. Let's take this. Nice. Alright, so we have blue ready to play, and it looks like the blue tiles on the board are in a reasonable, spread out setup. I think let's go for warped enhancements. Oh, see, yep, we can't play it while the infinite power is still on the board. I already messed that up. But let's go for red. Keep in mind, getting red's great. See how he's getting lucky in green? He's already up to 9, and we've been trying so hard to keep him away from it. What I was going to say is, you know, we're going for red, but you just want to make sure you have as much green as you can before you play it. This match 4 in red is going to pick up the 12th green we need for a pretty good amount of damage. And then, look at the board. There's only 4 red tiles on the whole board. Don't jump out to play your ability. You want to get probably at least 6 red tiles available so that you can get as many tiles covered with attack tiles as possible. But we don't need to wait for this anymore. Play the galactic enhancements, and we'll try to let that go off and get a couple of strike tiles. Gotta watch and not set him up for any more green. Oh, man. Right there. Oh, man. Tough. But I also think that you should be allowed to play a second warped enhancements tile instead of it locking it out while you have one going. I think that would help Nebula a lot as far as gameplay goes. It's already a 9 AP ability. It's not a overkill. So there's 6 red tiles on the board. I think this is fine. Let's go for it. We're going to play Grim Efficiency. So it's only 3,100 target damage. But 2 strength, 252 red attack tiles for every 3 green we have. We could get more if we had more red tiles, but I think that's worth it. And so, we'll take one more match here. See what happens with the green he's going to play. We set him up with an extra move. He'll do us in match 4. Oh, wow. Set us up for an extra move. Cool. One other cool thing about his green is it forces him to the front. So if he had any allies come and get me, keeps him in front, and you just really can't hit them with abilities as far as single target damage goes. You just can't avoid him, but we're going to win. We've got enough green. Galactic Rage. If you add up the damage, it's really pretty good. Depending on how many special tiles you have, it multiplies that damage for each. And it's a cool animation here. 4,400. It could have been a lot more. We have enough red to win again. Very nice. Better when she's boosted, but took out Thanos. And we get the latest legendary token. Alright. Looks pretty good. Let's go over to our token draws and see what we can get there. So Cosmic Chaos ends tonight. It's the event that just wrapped up, and we have a bunch of tokens remaining, but we've been running so good in this vault. Do we have a chance at that Super Scroll and 4-star Ghost covers from here? Let's give it a shot. Some people would say we should just, you know, reset the vault for 400, and that probably is not a bad idea. I'm just going to go for it and run them out just in case. You can make a point for saying our likelihood of the remaining top items are increased when a lot of other items have already been pulled out. But then again, the LT is the best thing you could go for, so you could reset the vault and have a new shot at it. 3-star Thanos, very good. And a 3-star Star-Lord. Great, I'll take that. Let's move on down to, let's take a quick look here. So we just did the Nebula Crash, and the next one is going to be 4-star Black Widow. be ready for that one. You might need to start leveling her up because she doesn't do a whole lot of direct damage, but she has a whole lot of tactics that are great to play. And so she's better on a team, so her individual battle might need to boost her up a little bit. All right, Icebreaker, a couple of last tokens from that event. It was a fun one. Got a 3-star. Moving on to the Defiant Killmonger store. So here's the chance where we have a 1 in 250 likelihood to draw a random cover for the new 5-star Killmonger. Those are very pretty big odds, but the chances are real, and it has happened to me before one time and to some other friends as well. And then otherwise we have a 1 in 13 chance at a 4-star, and that's a little bit better than normal heroic rates. See what we get here. A 2-star, and I think with each video we'll do one single draw for 200 just in case, and nothing much there. All right, the Loki event is still running. We'll save those tokens for later in case we get more. And here we go to the elites. All right, 11 elite tokens. Should get a couple of gold level results. There's a Sentry, Captain Marvel, and another Thanos. All right. Back over 1200 in the standard token, so we'll get back to our play along kind of guessing game here soon. We won't do it today. We'll save it for an upcoming video. We've got 30 heroics. Let's get into it. I think we have chances to get a 4-star or maybe even 2 from this run. We've been catching up on the luck a little bit. And we'll see what my chances are of not skipping past any bonus shards that are presented. Probably not good chances of that, but hey, there is our first 4-star. Count it down in 3, 2, 1. Kate Bishop, Hawkeye. Very nice. Okay. Let's get more gold, and then we'll try our luck at the mighty tokens. And then we'll run into the Introducing Killmonger event. Take on our first couple of battles there. Got another 4. You guys are too great for the viewer luck. And it is a Drax level. Very nice. That should be a good one for him. We have a lot of tokens left here. Can we do it again? That would be pretty crazy. Got a Mystique and Hawkeye. And there's the bonus shards. Ah, there. Fail. Once again. Let's see who it might have been. Probably Sentry shards. It could have been. I think I have Quicksilver on still as well. Maybe you guys will catch up and let me know. If it was Kingpin, that would be good to know. Deadpool. Keeping Kingpin on as my bonus hero for a few more levels to get more 5-star Daredevil shards. Then we'll move off to someone else. 3-star Doom and gold on our final token of Quicksilver. And the daily draw is just a 2-star. So here we go. We're going to round things up with 7 mighty tokens. That'll leave 3+ for next time. Chances of getting a 4-star here are pretty good because I think we missed a 4-star out of 14 tries last time. So I think we're going to catch up right about here. Nope, not yet. A lot of Mystique today. Are we going to get a 4? Maybe we ran a little too good before this. And another patch Wolverine. So we'll stop there. I think our mighties are going to run crazy next time. And we'll see. 62 latest legendary tokens. 3,500 plus command points. That puts us well over 200 total draws going forward. And Yelena's time is limited here. In a couple weeks, probably about 3 weeks from the time of this video, she will rotate out, and Killmonger will come take her place in latest Legends, and that's when we will do more draws. Looking forward to that. Let's get into, speaking of Killmonger, let's get into the introducing Killmonger event. This one should be a lot of fun. You can look through the storyboard layout there a little bit. We'll take on the first couple of battles, and here we go. So in the Wakanda's Fallen Prince, we actually take on a Killmonger level 255, and I believe his spec layout is 553. I think we can tell here, but who do we want to use? I think a 5-star Panther would be a little bit overkill, and my 4-star would do probably really decently well. 33,000 health as a max champ. I have a duplicate I'm just starting to work on, and my normal Panther would be boosted up to level 241. Let's use the 310 that they give us to use. He's got 20,000 health. That might be a pretty close fight, and let's get into it. So there's some strategy here we need to talk about when you're using 3-star Panther, and we need to really be careful with Killmonger himself. His red is a very strong ability. Extreme Prejudice does direct target damage of 2,700 plus in this case, but also he has strong match damage on yellow because that's my strongest color, and 100% more damage in that case. Now, he doesn't do a lot of damage on his own yellow, so maybe it won't be as big of a deal. Let's look at the repatriation. And now, by the way, I did cover Killmonger's abilities and bio in a basically an overview video. So if you're a subscriber, you may have got into that already, but we'll make that public here, or at least a link to it, so you guys, if you didn't get a chance to check it out, you should consider subscribing, and I'll try to put a link right above to the top right as the banner comes up. Okay, so on this ability, it is kind of cool because if I create a match 5, he will automatically lock the critical tile against us. And then otherwise, if I match a critical tile, he will either steal red AP or do a bunch of damage. That's a cool ability for defensive reasons. We'll have to watch out for it. And then Decisive Strike does a ton of damage based on how many trap tiles he has on the board. And he creates one every turn for free as long as I didn't play an ability the turn before that. So that's a lot of traps, but it costs 10 purple, a little bit on the expensive side. We'll try to watch out for purple. All right, so we'll talk about Panther's own strategy here as we go along. And let's see, I almost want, now we want to get a lot of blue. Let's go for that. So we have to watch out for red. That's been very clear from the beginning. Let's do this maybe. He's going to go for black because it's one of his strong colors, but it doesn't build up an ability. So if I can't quite get to black because of something else I'm going for, that's okay. Now my black ability costs 12, so it's on the expensive side. It's also a team damage ability, but at 5,500 plus, that's pretty good. And especially if we get to play battle plan before that, we should try to get strike tiles out before that. Yellow should really probably be your main goal. And if you just happen to run lucky in team up, a lot of people forget this stat. If you have 12 team up on hand when you play battle plan, the strike tiles are way stronger, and that's going to help you throughout a long one-on-one match. Now, blue defensive grid is a repeater tile that creates protect tiles. That might come in handy. I'm not going to make it a huge priority. But we do want to start playing some abilities because that will take a trap away, or it'll take his ability to place a trap away on the next turn. And since we just can't see where traps go, super dangerous. They're always on his non-colors, meaning since his colors are black, red, and purple, he always plays his traps on yellow, blue, and green. I think, right? Yep. So we know what colors the traps should be on. Let's play this and then we'll go with blue. Oh sure, that's a fair team up. A 2-turn stun. Especially dangerous in a one-on-one match, and he's up to 8 red. So if he gets 9, we're in trouble. Let's go and see where defense grid presents itself. That's a pretty good spot. Let's get this blue here. Lucky that that red dropped. Yeah, I blew that. So good. Such a professional you have here. Alright, so maybe our second shot at the defensive grid will work. Let's get some more black. Plate is purple. 4,700 damage. We're lucky he didn't go for that red match that I left on the board. So let's get our yellow. Wow. That's bad. Some people were saying how many tries it took to win. Well, I think we're going to do better this time. Let's go for it. I still think we can play with the 3-star Panther. If I can't win this time, we will bring in our 4-star. So, all right. Watch the AP a little bit better. And he just got 6 purple. It's just crazy. Does he still have the same team up? He does. So we actually need to pay a little bit of attention, more than I have been doing, to the team up that he's gathering. And the computer against you, the AI, will actually prioritize team up, wow, early in a match. Look at that. I cannot get a good run here so far. Maybe, is it just me, or is Killmonger actually that good? I don't know. If you guys have had a good run, let me know how it went for you. So he took blue there just because there were no other real matches available in his true colors. Oh wow, the board shuffles for a full reset and it lines him up with a purple extra move. That is not good. And he's got all the traps on the board that he's been placing because I haven't fired off an ability yet, so this could be bad. 4,800, 2-turn stun. To do some good stuff, let's go. At least just removing a bunch of red is helpful. And look at that. So, keep in mind, whenever we match a critical tile, he's going to do one of two things. Steal red from us, or deal a bunch of damage. So, I immediately forgot how bad it was going to be if we did do that critical match, and he stole that red for free, and now he's up to 6 red and 3 purple already when I thought we were going to have a good chance this time. So we'll see. Let's go for yellow and then blue. We'll go for black last. If we can get it, great. So let me think here. Did he place just one critical tile? A critical tile. I have to see if he's at power level 5 or not. There's been some discussion on the forums where power level 4 and then 5 in red should be creating 2 critical tiles, not just one. So I'm very concerned if they either had a mistake somewhere or immediately nerfed it down from 2 to a maximum of 1 critical. And if that's the case, I think that's a very severe change to the damage output that Killmonger can do. He's faring pretty well against me, of course, but that's just me. Okay, so these projectiles every couple of turns are hopefully going to help a lot. We have 2 ways to match red and more purple. That's just so dangerous. What do we do here? Probably this. Changes the alignment on purple a little bit. And how are we going to get any kind of black matches in this on this board? Oh wow. Getting so lucky. Alright, well we have our yellow ready to play, and we only have 2 team up. There's a couple of ways to match team up, which if we get both, we'd go right up to 8. Man, I don't know if it's worth it. Let's just play it. I don't think it's worth waiting for the Yeah, that's cool. It disarmed a bunch of those traps. Got it. So we could have waited to try to get 12 team up built up. I think that would just take too long, and we'd be missing out on a lot of damage potential. Now he's gonna hit us with this purple. I cannot get a good tile arrangement here to keep him away from these abilities. This is gonna hurt. 4,300. Alright, well at least this time he left us with the black match, so we get a little closer at 8. If we can get 4 more black, this match will be over. And if you look at Rage of the Panther, it does team damage, 55-61 like we covered, but don't forget the final part of this. Then it gives the enemy team 5 AP in their strongest color if you have it. So for example, in this case, his strongest color is also black, so it won't give any, it won't just produce 5 black for him, but if you had like 17 when you played Rage of the Panther, it will give him a bunch of black, or a team where it matters a lot in their strongest color. Oh man, he matched our strike tiles away, and he's up to 11 in purple. Oh wow, I think we're gonna lose again. Okay, this is tough. This is very tough. I thought we had a good board. We're gonna do this one more time. I know at this point we should have gone to 4-star Panther, but I just have to win this way. You know how it goes? So here's an idea. There's a match 4 in green on the board, and you know how I always say, don't jump out to that without looking at the board to see if there's anything else you could do that's better. Green isn't that great of a color for Panther, but team up is. And instead of doing the match 4 naturally, if you take this tile to the right, it'll drop that set of team ups for a match 4, and also we're going to pick up a bunch of black over there on the side. So I think that's a much better ability, much better match that we went for instead of the normal match 4. And this time I want that black match, but let's just get more team up for now. Look at that. Critical in red though. See how the critical tile is locked. You can see the little lock icon next to it. So if I match that, and I'm going to match it because I want the damage from the critical tile. It's usually a pretty good... I can't move the critical itself, but I can make a match with other colors. And if I have 5 red, he will steal 5 red for me. 5 or more, he'll steal 5. If I don't have 5 red, he deals a bunch of damage. So let's check this out. Oh man, more critical tiles, more problems for my team, I think. Yeah, he just stole 5 red for the first critical, 5 for the second. And now he's got 10 and is ready to deal his damage. Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But we have 10 team up. Let's try to get 12 before we play our strike tiles. 7 black. Let's line up a team up this way. Okay, let's be really careful with the rest here. We have our team up guaranteed. He's at 8 red. We can't let him get a 9th. We can play battle plan for the extra strong strike tiles because we have 12 plus team up. That's going to change the whole match here. Now our strike tiles are 1179 damage. Very cool. The critical's down there. He's going to punish us if we match them. That's tough because I don't want him to match him. What do we do? I think we just have to analyze what would be the best trade-off, damage or not. I'm going to just do this purple. Maybe a black will drop in the top there. Okay. And see, he's going to take that match 4 in green. He's forced to do that. So since we know that's the case, we can get a nice drop from blue to team up here. We lose our yellow. But I think we're in good shape now. We have, I hope he doesn't do those criticals down at the bottom. He might match it, but we get our black qualified for Rage of the Panther. He did match one. It wasn't that bad of damage. He's got 3692 health remaining, and finally, Rage of the Panther gets it done. Wow, that took a nice board and a little better planning to get that win. I think he's going to be a decent foe going forward. And let's move into... Oh good, you can replay them. I thought for a second it looked like you couldn't replay the missions. Alright, let's go into Merciless Militant, where we get to play as Killmonger ourselves, going into a wave battle. The enemies are only level 100, but new character. Let's see if we can figure him out. Now in this case, I think what we want to do is obviously go for red. That's going to be the big damage dealing, easier to fire off, inexpensive ability compared to purple. Purple is also a huge damage ability, but we're in a wave node, so let's really take our time and make sure we get the best match lineups that we can here. Trying to set up some extra moves and stuff. I know there's a yellow match 4 down there, but I really wanted to leave that until we could find out if you could get a match, an extra move lined up with it. I think I'll do it now in case a green tile lands right there. That would be an extra move for us. Look at that. Just like we thought. So, or hoped. The extra move for us is great. It just creates a critical tile, but we really want to think about if we are against an enemy that makes moves against us. How do we want to do this? Do we want to leave him the critical to match and then get damage for it, or steal red for it? Or do we just want to match it away ourselves? So let's think about this for a second. Maybe we can knock out this first guy and see how things go. No, I messed it up. Come on, Rick. Well, it doesn't matter too much until we're against an enemy that moves against us, which I fully predict we may see a tile-moving character in the next wave. I think you guys can probably guess who that might be. We need to match that red countdown, but let's get purple first. Since we had an extra turn, we'll do the extra turn before it goes off. We'll do this one. Okay, so I know there's a match 4 in purple, but I wanted to get our criticals ready from Extreme Prejudice. Now here you see it does say it creates 2 critical tiles, and I know it does. I want to hit probably this guy. His countdown is closer to going off. Damage plus the crit should do good stuff for our team. Great. Okay, now let's see, what do we want to do to prepare for the next wave? I have to worry about them taking big purple matches against us, so let's just get it qualified. And again, our purple deals extra damage for each trap tile that's on the board, but we only place a trap tile if the enemy didn't play an ability the turn before. In a match like this against minions that place a lot of countdowns, that's them playing an ability, and so we don't get traps for the turns that they did that. But we're getting a good run here. We have our red qualified again, going right into the next wave. I think we want to save our abilities. Oh, look at that. Save our abilities to play for when we enter the next round, and I think you'll be the most prepared for anything that comes your way. And I thought we might see MODOK here, but it looks like we have the new A.I.M minions, the A.I.M bots, and they have some new cool effects. So we can read through each one and see what to expect. Let's just play it through, and I think we'll review them a little bit better next time. Now, do they make moves against us? They just play countdowns and repeater tiles, I believe. So that repeater is going to swap a place and leave a protect tile behind. That's not going to be good. Damage every turn, plus the potential for healing when that counts down. All right, so we need to take this guy out. Let's just do it. And then we'll look and see who is the most threatening on the next turn for our purple ability. Probably the guy with the 1 turn blue countdown. Let's hit him with the purple decisive strike. Should do 4 trap tiles worth of damage on top for the complete knockout. There we go. There's the last 2 bad guys here. Let's go ahead with Extreme Prejudice. Couple of criticals. Nice job, got him out. And the other one went off for the win. Very cool. Okay, so thank goodness we did a lot better in that match than the one previous, the multiple attempts. And that's it for today. We have 3 more of these nodes coming up, and we'll cover the introducing Killmonger, the final few nodes, probably in the next video. We'll also get into the Aim High event where we take on more of those minions, and should be a lot of fun in that event. So guys, there's more below. Hit the video that's presented if it's a good one for you to carry on. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the MPQ icon to support the channel. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next video.